There are two types of YouTube: YouTube Kids and YouTube Main. YouTube Main is for people over the age of 13. YouTube has a 170 million settlement with the FTC and the New York Attorney for alleged violations of the U.S. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, otherwise known as COPPA. The law prohibits internet companies from collecting data from kids 13 and under, and YouTube is accused of violating that law. Creators are subject to potential fines for running afoul of COPPA. According to the FTC, the law allows the civil penalties of up to $42,530 per violation. Meaning, if you say that this is a kid's video, but the FTC thinks otherwise, you have to pay $42,000 for each video. Minecraft, which is a game for all ages, can be marked as a PG-13 video, but the FTC will immediately recognize that it's a Minecraft and fine them. People, specifically like PewDiePie, is in trouble, at least in my opinion, for his Minecraft series, his You Laugh You Lose, and things relating to that like Lawai. It can be hard to choose which category you can put that video under, but this doesn't just affect PewDiePie, it can also affect the animation channels, so much that they have to quit YouTube. People like Odds1Out, Jaden Animation, and other animation storytime YouTubers will automatically have to categorize them as kid videos or will get fined. This affects every social media though, so no matter where we go, we'll always be fucked. It's not too late to change though, they're accepting comments on what they'll do to make it easier on the content creators. The issue isn't really COPPA at all. COPPA is a 19-year-old law. The issue is YouTubers thinking that a maximum fine that would be applied to a large corporation would be applied to them. YouTube's new implementation is absolute garbage and is mostly unnecessary. I mean, it's not like YouTube to massively overreact and endanger people's livelihoods simply to try and prevent legal act. Oh wait, that's basically the only thing YouTube does anymore. The easiest and simplest way for YouTube to follow COPPA would be to, under 13 accounts, require an adult account attached. Don't use targeted advertising against under 13s or on YouTube Kids at all. This is how literally every other company follows COPPA. But it's way more complicated than that. Take Transformers for instance. There are two different toy lines on the shelves right now. One is called Siege and the other is called Cyberverse. Siege is aimed at older creators. Cyberverse is aimed at kids and has a show currently on the TV web. According to the lawyer this guy spoke with, he's okayish with saying that Siege line is more meant for kids while Cyberverse line is totally for kids. But courts might not see it that way. Also, there's third parties, companies in China who make crazy high-end figures. They run for around $100 to $200 a figure. Those are not for kids, but again, courts might not see it that way. So a YouTuber can decide that his or her content is not aimed at kids, yet the courts can decide that it is, and they can be sued for that. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen in most of the industries, even though it's been around for over 10 years. The blame here should fall squarely on the FTC. Go read the ruling, it's purposely left vague. YouTube was smart enough to pass on the buck to the creators, otherwise they would just shut down all the child-related videos. So Sam Gray said, I have some sympathy for content creators who are making a living on the platform, but the fact of the matter is the entire ecosystem of ad-supported kids entertainment is unsettling and borderline unethical. As a father of 4 kids, 8 and under, I can attest that it's everyday struggle to teach them that there's more to life than acquiring a new toy, and have a total ban of unsupervised screen time in our house. What little screen time they do have seems to have a slightly negative effect on their attitudes and behavior. I can only imagine what it would be like if we were to get them entertain we would get them to entertain themselves for hours with auto-playing ad-supported YouTube videos. Kids are obviously more impressionable than adults, and yet we've somehow decided as a society that selling their eyeballs to the highest bidder is a good idea. Now that ads can be micro-targeted based on browsing behavior, I worry that cultural consumerism will increase at an accelerating rate. I hope more kids' content follows the Netflix model of being offered through paid subscriptions rather than ads.